laughing your ass off at my team.
There's also...
Shut up. He's a lock. He's in your team. He's a lock.
Yeah.
He's a lock. What?
You don't even have the box. Did you not learn your lesson last year? You also got Fire saying that he's going to become a full-time midfielder. Nice hair, by the way. And
I think it's
played 3 games. Now, we said that last year. You know why? He's a year younger. He's a year older. He broke down last year. After how many games? They're always huge.
They're always huge. Have you seen him though?
Say it like that. You got to read at F2. My read is at F5. There's a stark difference in our forward line. A huge difference in our forward line. My forward line will smash your forward line spacing.
So you're...
Welcome back to SuperCoach Masters. I am George, and alongside me is...
Matty Zeeb, alongside Happy at George. How are you on this Sunday afternoon? Talking about... Pre-season game champ, except the Melbourne, Brisbane, because you already take care of that.
Have a look at that video, go back, watch it, and then we also got a double buy video out. The players that have the double buy, who are the best picks. I don't know how relevant this is to your SuperCoach team, but it's very funny. So go back and
have a look.
Watch.
What else should they go back and have a look at to get our league code?
There is a league code in one of those videos. I can't remember which one, but you just go and watch them because the league code is going to only people that watch all these videos. We might drop it in the future as well, but if you want it,
George, it's only like 2 weeks away before you could drop it, so we better get onto it. If you haven't looked at it, I think it's the one.
Watch the videos.
It's the one before.
You know, my dad's like, "What's the league code?" I'm like, "Dad, watch the videos." Dad, watch the videos.
Pretty sure he does, Chad. It's on the back.
How do you not have the
24/7?
How does he not have it?
I don't know. But just like me, champ, I'm lazy too. Like what
you are.
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys out there and SuperCoach watchers that love us and subscribe to us. And if you don't subscribe to us, shorts,
please do. Because we're trying to get to 2,000 because 2,000 is when we get to 2,000 and nothing else happens except to make us really happy at 2,000, mate.
That's right, James. That's exactly right. We love to make everyone happy, especially George and especially me.
Can we talk about the elephant?
What's the elephant in the room, George?
Now, I made a post on Twitter. You've probably seen it that Matty's going to eat some tuna at 2,000. It's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Because you just don't like it.
No.
You don't want to.
Do you want to answer or do you want me to answer?
I'm just.
So you brought it up now. You brought it up. We were literally talking.
Because they know that what I posted on Twitter.
Okay, Jordy. I come here to talk SuperCoach. I don't leave my wife and my kids to come here to eat fucking tuna, to eat, what is it, veggie chips and some shitty vegan cake.
Veggie chips are not on the menu.
I heard all those 3.
Okay, well, they're $6 a packet, so let's be real.
Wow. So, what, you're going to pay for it? So what, you probably got an old tuna one in the...
No. All the tunas are nice and fresh. Also,
Champ, you run this show. You benefit every endorsement, every coffee chats, which we'll get to in a sec, every YouTube clip and subscriber. Why don't you fucking do something? Why am I?
I'll eat the veggie chips and the tuna, guys. 2,000 subscribers, I'm eating tuna.
And I'll watch him. And actually, I probably won't come because it's this room. We've seen him eat tuna here before and it was...
Stinky.
It's literally maybe, 3 meters by 3 meters, this room.
And it's at least about 4.5.
Oh, look, it's give or take. It's still stinky. But Charles...
Matty, you come here smelling like cigarettes. I put up with it because I love your advice you give on SuperCoach.
Chad, no matter who you bring here, they're going to be smelling. If you bring Jamie, he's going to be smelling like cigarettes. If you bring Mikey, he's going to be smelling like cigarettes. If you bring me, Champ, we're all cigarette smokers. But you, on the other hand, just woke up from a meditation, but you're looking good, you're looking refreshed, you still haven't cut your beard from fucking 2 weeks ago.
News. Thanks to all our coffee chats, it's really helped to grow the podcast. We're having to get a new live camera, so when we do live videos, you can see every grey hair in this beard.
My goodness, it's so grey.
It is, and you're going to get every grey strand live in 4K.
Wow.
So, let's get on to the coffee chats, because I'm really excited, because these guys...
There's a few, but tell me the comments.
Now, my boy, Uncle D.
Uncle D.
He's got the biggest... donation. 5 coffees, he says, looking forward to a big year ahead, boys. Genuinely respect your opinions and love the banter. My hopes is for the SC Masters in 2004. Bulk graphics, more advice from Matty while smashing chewies and playing with some shiny green footies. More made up and silly names for players like Schneasel and Rochelle. As much as...
What are you talking about? That's their names, isn't it?
That is their names. As much as Matty and Tiger Nose and Jordan as possible, get physical, Matty. SC Masters tank tops, so we can monitor if you're keeping those curls for the girls. Jaws, love your work.
Good stuff. Big D, Uncle D with the biggest donation ever.
Biggest donation ever. And the curls are just for the misses at the moment, so.
You got curls? Oh, the
curls. For the misses. Curls for the misses. Now, Lukey D with his second donation.
Doodling coming in hot.
Now, if you notice, we didn't even talk about this because on the screen, we got the Kickstone Hall of Fame new. Now, your prices there that are on the screen, guys, is because of your price of last year's average, your average of SuperCoach, and your this year average. So we've got some nice rookies coming up. Lukey Donya's first year donating, and he's already second on the list, champ.
Go, Jonlin.
He's flying now.
Look, the dude's on fire. Yes, Jordan.
And he says he needs those eyes peeled, Matty. Cheers. I'm desperate for a rookie defender.
Desperate for a rookie defender.
Keep those eyes peeled, Matt Siebes. Now, because I think actually the good part or the best thing to do.
Cham, he's also said Gillette's for Geordie.
Yeah, he did say Gillette's for Geordie.
Yeah,
it's on the screen.
it's
on the screen.
Oh,
We can read it.
Lucky. Why don't you read it out?
I was going to get to the first part.
Champ, okay, the first part. Go on.
I was just going to say, I think it's better to maybe stack some primos in the defence because the rookies are not looking that good.
Wait a minute.
Oh, shut
Did anyone see Matty's team review when he had 5 primos and Jordy said, what a joke, and now you think it's 5? Anyway, point is, I was on top of it
This is before
7 weeks ago.
Okay. This is before we saw Gibbs score, Reed score, Phillips
Chap,
score.
I was actually saying that in my video, saying I don't trust Gibcus and Reeds
and Caulfield, and he's back in your team. So
but
we
he's
don't.
not on the field.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, but
see
this
him.
is a prototype. this is the Mrs.
Well, we're going to keep our eyes peeled just for you, Lukey D, and welcome to second on the leaderboard. Now,
Who's
another
next?
rookie coming up, real hot, chasing down
Ray
Lukey D. Ray D. He's what a cash cow Ray D is. 258k he's sitting on. Ray D bought 5 coffees. What a superstar. Boys, was listening 2023 until the wheels fell off after you both used all your trades.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Being in a keen listener to all the potties in 2024 preseason. I bet you this guy's got the preseason code. Being, can confirm you guys are going to another level this year. Entertaining and insightful. Jordy looks like he's going to Super Saiyan level 2.
Ooh.
And might get to level 3 by the end of the season if he doesn't get a haircut. That's the plan.
Yeah.
And Matty, the potty is more important than your kids. Get your priorities in check.
Jesus.
Keep up the content. Love the banter. Love your work. That's a great. That's
it. Jordy will clap to that.
I'll clap to that, Ray D.
You called him a Super Saiyan, and you
called me Super Saiyan too. And you called me
and the podcast is better than my kids.
Ray D, you're very firm into one of my favourites.
Rare and firming, that's pretty good comments.
But yeah, speaking of that, another shout out to Sarah, Matty's partner. Puts up with him more
Sarah.
than an hour. And that's just incredible. That's something else.
7 days a week.
And 2 kids, 2 twins. Guys, so shout out to Sarah because she's doing
my
a
kids
great
are thirsty. They want some coffees.
More coffees for Matty's kids.
Almond milk.
Now, we got Big Ocker. Now, if you don't know who Big Ocker is, he's one of the superstars last year. Finished second in averages. He's sitting on $1.84 million.
Is that how much you can get him for?
That's how much you can get him for.
He's worth every cent.
Every fucking penny. Now,
Good
Big
on
Ocker, he says, hey, Masters, another big year coming up. And already, Matty's mate Guthrie is down.
Never doubted him.
Many more, though, I'd say. A few questions for you, boys. Ooh. How many North boys are too many? To you, Matty. How many
5.
So you're at 4, but 5 is too many.
Well, Sheasel in the back line, McCutcher in the back line, Laldiu in the mid, and you got some Larazzos and some Sherrys and all of...
Finbar?
Oh, don't forget the Finbar in the ruck emergency.
What about Laldius? What about Fishers?
I said them. Oh, I didn't say Fisher, but yeah, Fisher's maybe one.
Matty, I posted a picture of Fisher with his stats. Do you know how many, not views, how many likes that picture got? Let's have a guess. That's likes.
Oh, 68.
350, still counting. Last time I saw it, I would never have thought, but good on you, Fish.
Good on you, Fisher. That's all the Carlton boys.
Is Sheasel a lock?
Yes.
Which 600k player is going to make an even bigger leap? I know I'm putting you on the spot here.
Darcy Parish.
Darcy Parish, I reckon that's a good one. 600k player.
He's literally 604k.
I reckon Tom Green for me, that's my one.
He's not 600. Oh, yes, he is. He is though. He's 620.
I love you, champ.
It could have been Rosé anyway, go on.
Enjoy the coffee. Oh, wait. Yeah. Enjoy the coffee, boys. There'll be many more to come. George, when you get out to time, they mess in your face. You got to do a video with a dirty moustache. Sorry to say, Whiskey D, this is not coming off anytime soon. Maybe when we get to 2,000 subscribers, guys.
Maybe just promise them. Don't promise them me eating fucking stupid tunas. Promise you take a...
Matty, eat the tuna. I'll shave the face.
No,
Live.
But he... Live?
Matty shaves me.
What are you coming to?
I don't
What is
know.
this?
Now, this is the big Wahhabi. Now, big shout out to my boy Wahhab. He was not only the absolute superstar, #1 supporter of SuperCoach Masters in 2023.
Big sexy Wahhabi.
He's come in with 20 coffees and shot up to #1 in 2024. Now, he was in a very bad accident.
Wait a minute. Could I just say something? 20 coffees.
20 coffees, champ.
20 coffees, you shouted. That's $100 it is. And you're telling me that you can't afford to fucking pay me to eat those stupid veggie chips.
How much money do you want?
Eat those veggies.
How much money do you want to eat chips?
No.
How much money do you want to eat tuna?
No. You don't even want to buy the veggie chips. You don't even want to buy the veggie chips.
You're 2 cheeseburgers away from Stuart Jew. Sure, you can eat some tunas.
Cheeseburgers.
You obviously like looking after yourself. You go to the gym, you need some protein.
Champ, I get a lot of protein.
From shakes?
No.
From what?
From McDonald's quarter pounders.
That's fair enough. Now, my boy Wahab was in an accident. He was run off the road on the freeway by a truck. He's got glass in his leg. Anyway, thoughts and prayers with our big boy Wahab. Now, we put a bit of a care package next to him, Wahab. He doesn't know what he's receiving yet, you know.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So, when you open it up, that's a big love from us, and hope you enjoy it, big boy.
Hope you enjoy it.
Now, he said, even being absolutely smashed into by a truck wasn't enough to halt my progress in the Kick Sunt Hall of Fame. Lucky to have survived death to see another year of SuperCoach. Here's a 20-pack. A 20-pack of coffees to start the year, and going to state that I ain't going anywhere. Much love, legends.
Oh, clearly,
I love
clearly
you.
he's the man to beat. I don't think he's
Now, I'll tell you right now, Matty, if I'm picking a SuperCoach team based in our Kick Sunt Hall of Fame, I think I'm going to pick Wahab and rookies. I think.
What about Big Rocker?
Oh, you need him too.
You need him too. You need Rocker too.
So I haven't seen Big Brucey up there. I think he might have been, like a Clayton Oliver, had a huge season.
Yeah.
This goes off the rails in the pre-season. But I think maybe some Chrissy J, some Wahabs, and I reckon my SuperCoach team in 2024 is done.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Wahab. I hope you enjoy what we got coming your way.
What's the next champions anymore?
Now, last one. Big Jockey.
Big Jockey boy. Here we go.
Bocky, to wash down the world's renowned vegan cake. One coffee. Thank you, Docky boy.
To wash down the world-renowned vegan cake. Who's getting the vegan cake, Jules?
Well,
Champ Docky, if you and Mizza, Jordy's brother Jamie, just
you guys
enough.
are funny.
Just
I love
enough,
you.
Just enough, man. Just focus on the team. Get your team good, Docky. Get in the 8 this year. Come on.
Docky Wilkie. Coffees for Wilkie and Tim Callum.
Coffees for Wilkie.
Now,
just focus on what we're doing here. Not focusing on this tuna.
Now, speaking of, before we get into everything that's absolutely relevant about this podcast,
I know.
We've got a merch store up.
We're already in 8 minutes. We've got a what?
Merch store up, guys. Check it out. It took me weeks to get this up. Link is in the description. If you want to buy some beanies, some polos, and some more beanies, there's going to be
so we got beanies.
There's going to be some more stuff eventually. It's cost so much money, and I'm going to be. Wow. It's
okay. Just get some beanies and polos is what Jordy's trying to say.
Tank tops, jumpers.
Finally.
Maybe in winter later.
I've been asking. Oh no.
Hats. You want a hat?
I know I gave you.
Do you want some hats?
I've got some hats.
Champ, I've checked the accounts. You have not. I checked them. Anyway, hats.
Do I even have to fucking pay for my own jumper Jords? Do I even have to?
Do you know how much I'm not making any profit by selling these.
Jeff Wahab just bought us 100 coffees.
They literally went to. You didn't even know what I sent Wahab, but it took over $100 worth to send him what I sent him.
Wahab's 4.24 million. I'm sure
that's
there's
not real money,
I'm
Chad.
sure there's some coffee money in there to get me a fucking jumper. Anyway,
merch. Get some merch.
Get some merch. I want to talk about SuperCoach. We've been talking shit for way too long. Unless you're
absolutely. Yeah, nah. Nothing else I really want to speak about. League code last video also.
Damn, this is like what? Are we? How many minutes in is?
Wait, one more before we get into it.
Fuck.
There's SuperCoach, the best ranked forwards video. There was banned from YouTube because of all the highlights I put in. Uncle D, I put in so many highlights, they banned it. 40 days later, it's finally been allowed to air. It will be aired soon. It's still completely relevant. I looked at the list, I'm like, this is pretty fucking good. And I'm like, guys, except for Fisher's a bit low. But
and I'm not in there, so that's why.
So,
yeah. That's why
now,
they banned it.
which game do you want to go to? Collingwood North?
No, let's go for the round.
Let's just say Collingwood and North because everyone saw North Melbourne, North Ball, Collingwood, the shit out of them, and Sheasel just went from 12% to 29%. Probably still going to grow. Matty?
Sheasel is already in, hasn't really left at all of my team since my team reveal, and what a shame he got 42 touches and 41 touches and absolutely dominated.
Yeah, it was a shame.
Absolutely dominated, but no, Sheasel, what a superstar champ. How many, what did he jump through? From 12 to what?
12 to 29 at the moment. Still jumping, still going up, guys. He's going to be, I think, the most picked premium defender. And it's really unfortunate. If you look at our power ranking defenders, he was, what we had, I think, about 4th or 5th.
Well, I have him as.
You went in there.
I was not even there.
you still get your priorities, right? The Quintaka.
I was getting my priorities, that's for sure.
Look, he played, his role was nice. We liked it. It was pretty much full back, and then he had a bit of midfield time. Are we worried about a tag at all?
No, it's Sheasel.
I'm not either. I'm just devil's advocate in here. He's 100% in.
It's a Sheezel.
He's a Sheezel. He's a Schneasel. We've got to call him by his real name. Schneez. Get the Schneez. We're really liking him. I think he can average maybe 110. What do you reckon?
I reckon he'll average 114. All those touches in the midfield. He'll be like a Dacos.
Be like a Dacos. Didn't Dacos average 108.8 second? Anyway, LDU. I really liked LDU's game. Nothing turned me off his game at all, and I liked how he looked. He was very fit. Didn't play the full game, which is not. This is all right. I saw LDU. I liked what I saw. Matty, you saw LDU. What did you make of him?
LDU's LDU, George, but I'm just more worried about his. The
body holding up.
Yeah, the body holding up Stanley Park. Is he still in your team? Because last team revealed we had him in your team.
I think he is.
LDU.
But I've got so many premiums. Every 2 hours they change. So
LDU is a pass for me though. But yes, he looked very good, and I think there's no one dominant in the North Melbourne midfield besides himself, which is always a plus when you get the best midfielder out of the team. Yeah. So is North Melbourne going to do anything this year?
I don't think so. They have a lot of young talent. I still think they can score some pretty good SuperCoach points. You know, the Zeebles and all that scored pretty good, even when they were getting smashed. So I feel like there's still a lot of the SuperCoach pie that North Melbourne can have. I don't think they're going to get smashed or everyone's going to get 50.
Fair enough.
Even with last year, LDU came home with an absolute wet sail.
So the man of the moment, champ, Zach Fisher. How did you like that?
Now, he went from probably a 0% chance of being your team to probably not in your team at the moment, but he definitely increased his chances.
Oh, look, I think if you get him, he's a keeper champ. You know, like...
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking.
Now we're talking.
Good thing about him is he probably would go in the defence after a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I think the DPPs will be introduced at the start of round 7 once every team has played 6 games, is what I've been reading in the SuperCoach fine print.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice and handy to have him back down there. But you probably keep him in the forward line because there's not much options in there.
There really isn't. You're right. Yeah, actually isn't. So Fisher in the forward line. Not in my team. I'm still maybe one more game, maybe a couple more games till he gets injured because that's probably what would have it.
Well, let's just say if Fisher goes and plays another game or even a half the way he does, on his way to like 36 touches off the halfback, that's going to be enough for you to get him in your team. Can I say that, or
maybe,
is that a stretch?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't think there's enough money for me to get him in, to be honest. Like I'm already struggling to find that extra cash, and an extra 200,000 into one of the rookies in the forward line is
he's an absolute keeper.
Yeah. He's an absolute keeper.
Well, he's got a lot of potential, and I'm so glad that I talked him up, and he went out there and said, you know what, I'm not going to make you look stupid, I'm going to make you look real smart.
Again, he only played half a game of footy, so he probably would have died out or done a hammy.
Well, after 18 touches, you really just need 6 more to be serviceable, so...
Yeah, fair enough. Sherry, dominant, perfect.
100 Dream Team he scored, which was pretty handy. Best ruckman on the ground. He destroyed Darcy Cam and our other ruck, but... I think Tristan Sherry done a really good job of coming into contention. No buy. If you weren't going to pick Gordon or Grundy, this is another cheap option that would strongly be considered.
You asked that question last party, would you go up or down? Like, I would probably go up to Marshall or Briggs. I'd probably go down to Sherry.
I think his first kind of 6 or 8 games is not too bad. I think he can average about 105 over the first.
Wow, why aren't we getting him, champ? That's going to be huge.
Because I think Grundy can average 125 and Gordon can average 125.
That's also true. So get him as a bench option and make you some money.
Look, if Gordon goes down or Grundy goes down, I think Sherry's the next in line. Based off that performance, I'd love to see another game from him. Yourself?
Definitely. McGurcher, there's not much really to say about him. He's running off the halfback and just killing it. He's pretty much in nearly everyone's team.
Sheasel 2.0. What was the best thing to see, Matty, was Sheasel, Fisher and McGurcher all scoring pretty well in the defence together when they're killing a team.
Well, that's great.
That's
normal. It's because you can't really name the other 2 back pockets, really.
Well, there's Luke McDonald's in there.
Yeah, but he hasn't been relevant for a while. But
I don't think he played anyway. But
there you go. Anyway, champ, another rookie coming up in the forward line, that Larazzo, champ. He's played a couple of years, but he hasn't really got a sniff.
Larazzo versus Windsor was an interesting one.
He's been in and out of my team. I think I like Windsor better from Melbourne, only because he'll make money quicker, because he's got around 0. He plays around 0, so by round 2.
So you're planning to get rid of him before his bye?
Well, yeah, because Melbourne have got the last bye, which means he's going to go up at least 4 times, so you've got some fast cash to upgrade fast, to get ahead of the competition fast, which is kind of where SuperCoach lies, to upgrade your team as quick as you can with smart choices like Chase Jones and Pianette. And yeah, so
Brayshaw has retired, which is pretty big in the scope of news because now we've got an extra room for a Billings, a Windsor, something like that was maybe going to cop a vest. But me personally, I like Lorazzo I'm going to say a lot better than Windsor because Windsor did play that whole game on the wing. We'll get to that game when we did. Oh, well, it was already covered.
Well, look, Lorazzo did push up the ground as well, but again...
And Hunter...
Where's he really going to play?
Well, I think he'll play it forward with a little bit of CBAs, Lorazzo. But Windsor played full on the wing, and Hunter and Ed Langdon usually just play that wing. And there was no Hunter, so I really worried about his position when Hunter does come back in the side. So that's why I got Lorazzo a little bit ahead of Windsor. Matty?
Fair enough.
Now, Georgie W. Wardlaw, in a lot of teams.
Wardlaws.
I know he only got about 31 Dream Team, and he played a half of football, but I reckon he was on about maybe 58 Supercoach. That's by looking at
I think there's about 12 or 18% that people own, but I think a lot of people looked into his practice game where he absolutely was the best on ground against Lorazzo, probably.
You love picking on Lorazzo.
But, look, he's just there, you know. I like him. He was in and out of my team. He still could be in my team. But George Wardlaw, I don't know. I'm not buying the hype. Like, I thought about him and looked into him.
It's a really awkward price. Now, the reason why I'm turned off Wardlaw is more the time on ground. I don't think it's going to increase that much, and he still does have a bit of an injury history.
Is he the number 2 midfielder in North Melbourne?
Well, Simpkin is gone. So Simpkin is playing completely forward. And then there's the guy that put Will Powell in there for a fair bit. So he played a half. I think he's going to be the second most used midfielder at North. I'm still a bit iffy about his time on ground.
Interesting.
And iffy about his injury history. And 360, very awkward price in the midfield. I haven't ruled him out, but I'd love to see another full game from him with the minutes.
Well, let's just knock these two out, Sam. So Simpkin, obviously, you know, he's not in the midfield. He's in the forward line status, so very irrelevant now. Tom Powell got 89 Dream Team, so he's clearly...
He looked really good.
Clearly doing some things, but we'll watch him again this week, see what happens. Champ, what do you think about Powell? He just looked really good, but he's not... Like, these are so many North Melbournes. I think the only really relevant ones here that you need to keep your eye on, probably Wardlaw, Lorazzo, obviously McKercher. There's a lot of them, isn't there? So there's, you know, Sheasel, Zelda Hughes. So let's just watch them play a proper team.
I think we...
not Collingwood.
A proper team.
A proper team that's not a premiership, you know, team that doesn't care. But anyway.
I think, yeah.
Moving on to the Collingwood boys. Toby Pink didn't really much stand out, Champ. I think we need to wrap these up because I'm not going to, as in a bit more vast than what we're actually doing.
But the people want to know the info on Toby Pink.
I'm sure they do. Well, yeah, he does. He's got any backline rookies. Well, Toby Pink's one of them. We've got more of the ball as the game went on, but God, he just looks like he's going to get the 20s every week.
Nicky Dacos played a half football, looked fantastic, done nothing to get out of your team. If you're looking at it, he looked amazing. He was still in like third gear, by the way. But Finn McRae played a full game. He was really good at the first half, didn't get a sniff in the last quarter.
Because he didn't play in the last quarter?
No, he played all 4 quarters.
But he just didn't get a sniff.
He just didn't touch the ball much. I really like Finn McRae. Kicked a nice goal from outside the 50.
Is he worth on your bench or on your field? Is the question everyone.
I have him on my bench. What about yourself?
On the field. McRae's going to kill it.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you got Reef McGuinness, who,
probably really good for...
Well, he looked really good. He's in competition with Ash Johnson to get that spot, but they both kicked the same amount of goals. They're both really tearing up the track. So
Reef McGuinness is cheaper in SuperCoach.
Sure is. That's why we're talking about him and not Ash Johnson.
Yep.
But let's just keep our eyes on McGuinness. Champ, next game, because
That's all we need to cover for that one, Matt.
I think so.
Now, want to go to Freo?
Yes.
Freo West Coast, because we just came off that game, and Brayshaw looked really good in the first quarter, but he seemed to be playing more on the wing. I don't know if they're just effing around or whatever they were doing.
Yeah, he was on the wing, he was on the half forward, but like Fife, didn't he dominate Champ? How is he, because he called back into your team?
Yeah.
With a vengeance! Oh, dear.
I'm already regretting
Champ,
this.
I actually watched the first half.
Yeah, how good it was. It was so good. In the centre bounce, it was Sarong's, Brayshaw's.
It was Sarong, Brayshaw and Fife to start with, but then you see because I was watching it very closely to see Fife and all the other boys. And, Young came in and Matt Johnson came in and rotated where Brayshaw was on the wings and that. But Fife, look, he looks more of like Do you remember Nick Dalsano, the Dalsano role where he wasn't
handball receive player?
He wasn't going in hard. He wasn't going in tough, which maybe he's cautious.
I reckon he's sustained himself for the
But there were a couple of hit outs who advantaged to Fife and he cleared it beautifully. I think he got 7 touches, whatever. But every time I saw him, he was always doing this or handballing it backwards.
Yeah,
it was never a lot of behind kicks. But like the Dalsano role is, if you get tagged, you're not going to touch the footy. But
he has the ability to crash in if he wants to.
Oh, he does.
What worried me the most about Fife was the 18 handballs to 2 kicks. Is he carrying some sort of leg kind of thing, or is he just being more cautious?
I literally just explained.
But Dalsano done a lot of kicks.
Dalsano did do a lot of kicks, but I'm just saying, I was referring him to a Dalsano as that he was being, Dalsano's a pussy. He doesn't go in hard.
So you still Fife played a pussy game?
Well, yeah, he didn't go in for the ball.
Oh, yeah, that's fair
when
enough.
you got players like Lenny Hayes and Goddard that were going tough.
Why were all this saying kill the superstar?
Because they were playing with Dalsano, but in their equivalents, their Lenny's is Sarong and Brayshaw's and Young. Young's a beast. He was going in hard. So I think they're going to protect Fife just to be the extractor, which paid off.
Not too bad, no.
So that's I feel that's his role, which is getting him away from physical contact. But Jordy, you made a comment about his soft tissues, so it's not really so much about breaking down. It's just more of the fact if he steps on the ground the wrong way.
Yeah.
Then
I did like the new role though. It's 100% real. It's not just 5 CBAs and rest bench and a little bit of forward. So
so Brayshaw was a little bit worried to look at, but Sarong impressed the out of me today. When they played.
Well, the thing is, Sarong's a 621k player as he is, and he's playing West Coast.
Yeah.
So he's going to do 621k player
No,
things.
but he was just running everywhere. He was across the grounds. Jordan Clark did the same type of role as last year, where he was just running it out of defence and doing a lot of kicks, a lot of long kicks. But Luke Ryan as well, like you made a point that he wasn't doing. He was doing some big 50-metre kicks and taking some kick-ins too.
He did take some kick-ins. Not the monopoly I thought he was going to have, but he looked okay out there. He played 4 quarters.
He did very well. And Hayden Young, like I said, he dominated.
He didn't do that well. Now, a lot of people are taking him out.
Oh, I'm not taking him out. He's just a hard-nut grunt. And again, they're playing West Coast. Like it's a practice game, guys. So like we know that he's capable. He's literally the biggest player in their team that's in the midfield.
I think we've got to remember less about this game, more about his last 4 or 5 games when he was full midfield.
And that's all right. Let him take him out. That's fine.
We're talking to these guys. We want them to keep him in.
Well, I don't think our guys are taking him out.
Never know.
Who knows? Matt Johnson, he was just in and out. So that was the rotation. Touched on him. Touched on Luke Ryan. Cooper Simpson, I didn't even think I saw him because I went
played
to
the whole second half. Now, Cooper Simpson got 10 possessions and a goal, played in the second half. He's 117k, mid-forward. Could be worth a look if he gets a game.
If people get injured. If Fife gets injured, you'll bring him in.
When Fife gets
injured. When Fife gets injured, you'll bring him in.
Now let's talk about the Harley Reid #1 superstar pick, booming at over 207k.
I didn't even know you played.
He had such a good role. Like, he was in the centre bounce with Tim Kelly and Elliot Yeo, which we still need to talk about Yeo.
Yeah.
Now, he had the role that we want every player to have. He just sucked.
He sucked. He was the suckiest player that ever sucked.
He sucked.
He sucked. But look, I'm sure he's #1 pick for a reason, so it doesn't really bother me. Does it bother you, champ?
It bothers me, but he's not out of my team.
Okay. That's what I mean. Does it bother you?
It bothers me, yeah. I'm bothered.
Yeah, you're bothered.
Because if he gets a 27 round 1, I'm pretty pissed off because he's going to be on the field for every team that has him.
So Elliot, he looked more of a defensive and attacking. He was kind of doing both ways. Tim Kelly as well. They were just both superstars, champ. But still, I just can't put myself to spending that much money on a West Coast player. That's me personally. I don't think I could spend more than $300,000.
I know Docky can because he gets Tim Kelly at premiums, but Elliot Yeo looked really good. He looked like a full CBA midfielder. The only issue with that is the price tag for me, for Yeo, and obviously his injury history. So that's a bit of a pass for me for Yeo, but he looked really good. He looked really great.
But his eyes are way too close to each other. Anyway, have a look at Elliot Yeo. His eyes are very... Witherden, I'm not sure if he's an option anymore, champ. What do you think?
I think because Jaden Hunt looked like the best rebounding defender in West Coast, that could probably take away from Witherden's rebounding 50. I think if you had Witherden as a sneaky pod, it's time to get rid of him.
Then you're talking about Duggan and Gibney, champ. Do you really want to talk about Gibney?
I don't want to talk about Duggan. Gibney got injured, so not much to talk about there.
And good old Jeremy Sharp, who's in a lot of percent of teams, did not play due to illness, so don't take him out just yet. Give him another chance. If I'm sure he'll get a call up. Chen, you know Sharp got 80s and 90s when he played for Gold Coast in a few games. So, before this game, obviously...
I still have him as depending on the structure, I would have him on the field if Sanders wasn't my last midfielder. So.
And unfortunately, Matt Flynn is out for a while, so who cares?
Now, Colin Livingstone, the West Coast 102k ruck, looked like the third option. Could be good. If Flynn is down for a while, he could get some second ruck.
Livingstone.
I actually like him better than your Finbar Maley because that West Coast bloke, this one was Livingston, he actually has way more Sunday games than North Melbourne, so he's probably the better choice in your team. Same price as him, Matty.
Is he? Well, let's get him in.
Because I've had him for a while. Sometimes.
And he does play Sundays. I just thought this guy, because, once Sherry goes down, that guy's coming in, if he ever goes down, Sherry. He's very much short champ. I'm over that stupid West Coast game, but Fife, what a lock. Fife, what a lock. Definitely. Oh, you know what else I liked as well? That $180,000 Emmett kicked a nice goal. I think he's taken that Jay Schultz role.
Jay Schultz? I think he's taken that Lockie Schultz role.
Yes. Schultz.
What's his actual name? Schultz, our superstar recruit?
Lachlan Schultz.
That sounds like the Port Adelaide one.
Jay Schultz.
That's what you said.
Yeah. That's what I said from Port Adelaide.
Take a beer, Schultz. All right, now.
Beer, Schultz from Richmond.
Now, Matty, this Crows and Port game, lots of superstars playing. Who did you like the most?
Laird. It's my boy.
You like Laird? Do you like what you saw from Laird?
I loved Curtin giving us no defence options on the field. So, Jordy, we had this discussion. Who are you going to put on defence? Curtin, Gibcus, Reid. They're all stunk. Caulfield. I think Curtin, Gibcus, and Reid will probably get more job security than Caulfield.
Yeah, definitely. But they were not scoring potential.
No, but if he doesn't get a game, he's not scoring, is he? So
I don't want to be.
They're all.
I don't want to be rude, but stop touching me.
What is on that back? What is that?
That's just me.
Something?
My mic.
Okay. But anyway, so rookie defenders, they're all crap. Even Curtin.
I like Crouch. I mean, I know he only got 18 touches in 3 quarters, and I hope that people say, "Oh, I don't know how much Crouch played," and they get him out. But Crouch only played 3 quarters. He was on his way to about 25. Not the best, but I really like him. He hasn't left my team for a while.
Champ, he's M6 for me.
M6, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so Crouch is ready. I like him too. I think he's underpriced. I don't really know what he can do. They gave him 2 years. I've been saying that every podcast we talk about him. Mm-hmm. So they want to keep him for a reason. I don't think he'll get dropped, but it's a good point of difference for me. Champ, everyone's looking at Rochelle playing in the mid. Didn't have any CBAs as much. Dud, I don't like it, but let's
Rochelle.
Little cute little Rochelle.
Now, I didn't like Rochelle. I don't like Rankin. Everyone's looking for a bit of a pod in them guys. I do not like it. Laird is going to get a lot of CBAs. You think Dawson's going to get a lot of CBAs. And I think Matt Crouch is going to get a lot of CBAs with a couple of those boys in there. But didn't love it. Dawson looked great. He did play forward at times, Matty. But I think that's only because it's a practice game. I don't think he's going to go forward too often. I really like Dawson. He's one of my Uber premiums that are in consideration.
Ooh.
Just with Rory Laird, good price. But yeah, there was nothing I really liked too much about the Adelaide boys other than them.
All right, did you like Connor and...
I really like Rosie.
Rosie's
I think he's in a new jumper, number 1.
He's number 1 as the captain. Rosie, he had, did he play 4 quarters? He did. And his last quarter got him 40 Dream Team points. So he did a massive last quarter. So you can just tell he can turn it on whenever he wants. So he's a good point of difference too. He's only in 6 or 7% of teams. Butters, only played 3 quarters and he did some big name. What did he get? 26 touches or something like that?
He looked good.
He looked great. Ollie Wines, I didn't think he looked. He was in my team in replacement for Guthrie, but I just couldn't hold Ollie Wines in that team after watching him.
Once we get champion data stats, we can see how much time on ground he actually had. But Wines only looked like he played a half, and out of that half, he didn't look like he got that much time on ground. For me, it's more of a wait and see with Ollie Wines if you're considering him at his price.
Yeah. Jordan Sweet didn't really do much. And Dan Houston, champ, he looked good in the patches. What do you think? Would you ever pick him over?
I saw this really good stat with Houston. He's got I think maybe 8 or 6 of the next 9 games at Amy, and they got.
He averages over 100 and something in 20s, and he dominates at Amy. But then he gets his 80s when he travels.
And I don't think Sweet looks like a number 1 ruckman by any stretch of the imagination. I think it's just the gap's getting wider and wider for people having that R3, and they want him. Now, did Rosie do anything to consolidate a spot at all in your team? Did he put up his hand a little bit, or? Yeah,
the fact that he's in only 6% of teams, $600,000 is a point of difference, and he's the captain, and he's got number 1.
Did you like his performance, or did you be like?
Rose's a superstar, champ. I've had Rose for 2 years in a row.
But not in the midfield, you haven't.
No. He was a mid-forward 2 years ago.
But I think...
But no, you're right. I'm not in the midfield for 600,000.
Is there any reason why anyone should choose Rosie over Butters?
Because he's captain. And the Humpies love him.
The point of difference.
And a point of difference, yes.
And point of difference.
Because I think Butters is
any world that Rosie can score better than Butters.
But it's almost happened. Like it's
almost.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. But we're expecting Butters to start smashing Rosie out of the park now.
We think so.
That's why everyone's got Butters.
But who knows with Ollie Wines getting full-time midfield. So let's see those stats that should be done.
Let's see those stats. All right. Horn Francis is not here as well, but he played very good, Matty. One of your favourite players.
I love
Jordy Francis. Let's talk about some Brisbane and Gold Coast because I didn't like what I saw.
I didn't like anything that I saw.
Cam Rayner looked like he played a lot more midfield with a heap of CBAs.
I want to talk about Supercoach relevant players. No one's picking Rayner.
Champ, there is an option. 385. He was getting CBAs. Just open your mind.
Champ, there was no Neil. There was no McLuggage.
Open your mind.
Be realistic.
All right. Well, Charlie Cameron kicked 5. All right, now.
What I liked about there, I didn't like anyone from Brisbane. Like
Dunkley looked great.
Dunkley's Dunkley, but Kieran Coleman also did a few things. Look, he doesn't get manned up. If teams are smart, they'll just man up on him.
But they're not gonna.
And he'll have no impact.
Who's gonna be like, go to Keenan Coleman today? Like, that's your assignment.
If he keeps dominating, if he keeps dominating,
then what? Even if he scores really well, you pick him up after his bye, wouldn't you? You wouldn't start with him.
Yeah, no, because you can just see, you can have a look to see how he goes in opening round 1, because he's got a bye in round 2.
I want to talk about the Gold Coast players, because out of the superstars, what's wrong with you?
The Gold Coast players
is
what's wrong. Yeah, Took Miller. Like I was hanging high hopes on him.
Matty Rao looked like the best. Now, he looked like the best.
He's got a new
Gold
haircut.
Coast midfielder.
He's got a new haircut, champ. That's what it is.
I think he looks faster. He looked like Took Miller. I don't know.
Oh look, I saw him in the CBAs, but I hardly saw him touch it. And when he did, he clanged it like I think 6 out of the 7 times that I counted his touches.
When I watched that,
I think I mentioned you that way. I mentioned like Jordy, you took that Miller loves clangers, and you're like, he sure does.
Yeah. When I watched him, he gave me 2023 Took Miller vibes, not 2022 Took Miller vibes. When I'm looking at him, and then the ball's going everywhere, but he isn't. I don't know, Matty.
He's in a lot of percent of teams, but he's a consistent price. But are we going to get the Took that we want?
I think if you the double buy and the performance that I saw, it's not enough for me to be. I didn't pick Real over him at this stage.
Wow.
So I reckon Real looks really good.
You would never pick Real.
Now Flanders?
Look,
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm telling you.
Flanders rolls there and the hype's there, and he played pretty well, I thought. Let's face it, there's absolutely dog shit in the forward line, so he stands out.
Wooderick played pretty good.
Yeah, he did. I like the way that Wooderick was taking that. Even Sexton. So Sexton's good enough to be on the field for me. That Alex Sexton.
I've got Sexton above Finn McRae on the field because I think the role is more friendly for when...
You told me 2 weeks ago Sexton's never going to get a game. He's going to get a game and he's going to win.
Comes onto the field.
When
Wooderick, though, we are screaming for something in defence. And Wooderick could be the answer. He does have an early buy, though, but doesn't matter because he's not a premium.
Look, let's move on to the next game because I will tell you who's that answer in defence, and that name is Massimo D'Ambrosio. So the Doggies versus Hawthorn. That Ambrosio from Hawthorn.
Musselmore is more of a replacement for Zach Williams than
anything.
Than a fill-up for a primo, because then you need at least 4 or 5 primos to complete your team.
Well, he's 224 champ, and Ambrosio's, they got him for a reason, and I like these type of players. Musselmore's.
Italians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just because they're going into a new team with a new role, and let's face it, Hawthorn are ramaged with injuries. So he's bound to get a game.
Hopefully he can get a game.
I'm pretty sure he will. I reckon he will.
If he gets 70s, it's a huge win.
Huge win. So that's the plug-in for the defence. That's a good rookie there, but even though he's not rookie price, pay an extra 100k and got yourself a D'Ambrosio who might get you, how many touches? I reckon 26 or something?
26, I think, on the field.
Played some good stuff. Who else? Let's talk about any other. Nick Watson, limited opportunities, but...
Nick Watson looks shit. I'm not touching him. I don't think anyone
Who's smaller? Caleb Daniel or Nick Watson? Because they are...
Watson. No, Caleb Daniel.
Caleb Daniel. Not by much, though.
By about a helmet thickness.
A helmet thickness. Well, take off that. Anyway, they're both probably the smallest players in AFL, but Nick Watson's picked for a reason. Oh, highly picked. But who knows what he can do, champ?
Now, Darcy looked good.
My boy.
Now, this is completely false advertising, because you see Darcy as the #1 ruckman kicking 3 goals, looking great in the midfield. Doing everything you'd want a rookie to do, except he's not the number one ruckman. Tim English is, he just wasn't playing.
He wasn't playing. So the Bont and Tim English and who else?
Trelaw
was not
McRae.
playing in McRae. So pretty much their whole starting midfield was not playing.
You got a really false sense of what the Doggies are about to do.
Yeah. And that's why I'm still waiting, because Harms is the number one, is a highly picked player.
He's not as high as he should be. I'm telling you right now, just between us and the SuperCoach Master audience, Harms is just such a lock. He done so many tackles, goals outside 50. I loved him. I think he's great.
Like I said, Trelaw, Bont, English, and who else was it?
Great.
Was not in the team. But Riley Sanders had no...
Well, that's the thing. Sanders is probably not going to get them many CBAs when all them players
He's
come
a
back.
captain. He's captain. He's taking Bont's role. Caulfield did a few things, got 18 touches.
Definitely got back in the team with every one of those touches.
Oh yeah, he did.
Back in my SuperCoach team.
That new he looked so bad, that new recruit, but obviously the version played his first AFL game. Ethan Phillips for Hawthorn.
He only played a half a footy.
He only played, but he was a bit scared. I wouldn't say it was promising.
Champ, they called him the VFL Intercept King.
He's not playing VFL anymore, champ. Welcome to the big leagues.
He's playing pre-season.
And he's struggled his heart out.
You've always in your team.
Because I can't afford anybody else. I got no other rookies.
He's so shit, guys.
He's
Don't
so
get him.
shit, but get him. He's in.
It's a half a game.
He's in. It's half a game. But anyway, nothing else to report besides James.
What about Sicily? How did he go?
I don't know why these reports are saying he was a general in defence.
He did look a general in defence.
He looked like a piece of plops in defence.
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
He looked great.
No, he didn't.
He looked great. All right. Let's agree to disagree, but Sicily looked fantastic.
Well, what do you reckon he would have got SuperCoach that game?
Oh, SuperCoach. Well, it depends on his time on ground.
at best.
80 at best. All right.
But he's still in my team too. Chad,
why are you talking down all the players that are in your team?
I don't get them.
No, these are our people. You can tell them. No one's going to copy your shit team.
You have. Anyway, let's move on to the Saints and Bombers. Let's have a look, champ. Go get into it.
Saints and Bombers, Matty. Oh my God.
Yeah.
How about that Winghager? He broke his hand. He's out. More room for that Riley Bonner, who got 28 touches and 110 drinking.
Yeah, I saw a
oh
comment.
my
It got a
God.
lot of likes more than the actual post itself. He goes, would you pick Bonner? I would rather puncture my ballsack with the compass. And there's a lot of perverts on there saying, I like to see that. But anyway, he did look good though, Bonner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he even got dropped from Port Adelaide, but
I thought he's a good player,
I
but
thought he was all right.
obviously
Anyway,
they know better.
Darcy Wilson, what a dud. I don't know if he's going to do what we want him
He
to
was
do.
not in my team for being a while, but he looked not too bad,
crap.
I thought.
Steele looked really bad, so I don't even worry about it.
Steele looked bad.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Did he
What are you
get-
here for? That's a talk
No,
to
no,
shit. Don't talk shit about
Did
the players.
he get 30 tackles? How many tackles did he get?
Got 9 tackles.
He got 9 tackles. No, he played really well. Steele's a lock. Yeah, he's going to put last year behind him and just go bang again. Hopefully he averages 120. Wangani Malira looked fantastic without Sinclair, champ. Is that going to last? He always gets 20 kicks and
Yeah, maybe. If Riley Bonner back there, maybe not.
but the other St Kilda player, relevant player, but you know who I like the most, champ?
Hugo Garcia.
Darcy Parish from Essendon Bombers.
Yeah, okay, tell me about it.
Like every report that I hear on training, he's the first to show up, last to leave, does extra laps, just mindset.
Fucking needs to get his body right.
The mindset is just different, but he just looks and he's tunnel vision for the ball all the time. I'm going to call it now. He's going to average more than Merritt this year.
I think we called that last year. That didn't happen.
I didn't call that last year.
Yeah, you did. I was looking at our midfield rankings. We had
Yeah,
we both had Parrish above Merritt.
Yeah, but Parish was
But this year is ready.
This year.
This year.
This year, we know. We're on to bigger and better things. Champ Nick Martin, though.
29 of the best touches. Was that because the ball was always in Essendon's D50? You're going to say no.
They're going to look at him regardless to extract it out. So
I'm going to tell you a stat that no one else knows about Nick Martin.
Tell me.
He didn't, last year, right?
Do you want to tell me a secret or not? No? Go ahead.
Last year, he didn't score anywhere between 97 and 120.
He either scored below or over.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's his year.
97 to 120, not one score.
Wow. That's Nick Martin. Well, champ, what I like about him, he's going to have DPP in the matter of weeks to cover those shit rookies that we have in the back line.
I need him in the forward line.
I'd love for him to get a DPP in the forward line, but we'll get one in the back line. So hold on to him until we can throw him back. You can say that about McKercher and Zach Fisher, but...
Jeez, you can't even fit all your players in the back line with all that. 4 or 5 premiums in the back line, then you add Nick Martin and McKercher.
No, I think McKercher's not going to stay for long, and he'll make the money, but I think Nick Martin could potentially be a D6 after you get Dacos's and who else do I need to get in that mid? Sinclair's.
I think you're pretty much good. Maybe Houston if he drops in price, which maybe.
But no, I think Nick Martin, when he gives a DBP, will be a D6. Possibly D5, depending.
As Zach Reed played a half of football, he done enough to get you about a 30 in SuperCoach, but he didn't only play a half. People look at the stats and go, oh man, he only got like 6-7 touches. He's pretty shit. He only played a half. So did big Zach Merritt, which I'm still pretty hot on. It's just that the draw is not the friendliest for the Bombers.
That's all I need to say about that. I just love Parrish, I love Martin, I hated Zach Reed, and Steele is a lock.
Half a game for Zach Reed. Hugo Garcia.
Champ,
You obviously didn't watch the game.
Champ.
They couldn't stop saying his name.
Okay, George, talk to the boys about Hugo Garcia.
Hugo. Don't get him. He kicked a goal.
Sydney versus GWS, champ. There's a lot to like about this one. Grundy. Jack.
Sydney versus who? GWS?
Yeah. Jack, Grundy killed it. So did Briggs, though.
They killed each other.
They killed each other, but that
was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath. There was families crying everywhere. Champ, what did you like about this game the most? I like Tom Green and Grundy.
I like Tom Green, and I try not to look at too much of the GWS players because I don't want to be sucked in by their...
Champ, Cameron got 4 goals.
He's in. But he didn't he get 3? He looked really good, but it's hard to not get excited about a rookie that's 127k.
Champ, speaking of rookie that's 127, the place for GWS, where's Jacob Weir?
He got 12 or 14 touches in the last quarter.
He's gone.
He only played a half.
I like him. He should be on your bench. He should be on your bench. He'll be a cash cow. He plays around 0 and he'll make cash quick.
We'll still get a game when Perryman and all...
They're injured.
Yeah, but when they're back. And Isaac Cumming didn't play when he's back on that wing.
They're injured.
I know they're
injured, just has to prove
they're
it.
coming back.
Champ, if he can get 14 touches in a quarter, he's better than Perryman.
I mean, Sydney rested half their players in that last quarter. I don't think they've been like, fuck, Weir's a superstar because he beat up on the 2s and...
But Jab, it's not like it's his first year. Weir's been playing a lot of football.
Oh, he's on the bench, okay? Well, put him on the bench. Put him on the bench.
He's been in the system for 5 years, George.
We got some touches here, Matty.
Champ,
Lockie Whitfield, 25 touches. Tom Green, 30.
He's a superstar.
Now Weir's got 19.
Champ, you know Weir used to average 62? That's a lock.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lock.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
And Cadman got 13 of the best touches, man. I tell you, if he gets that again...
Cadman, how many goals did he kick?
I think 3. So
they do have a depleted defence, don't they? They got that Hamling in, but I don't know if there was any reports of him. Not that everyone's going to talk.
No, he didn't play. Harvey Thomas for the Giants looked really good. He got 18 touches as well.
Champ, if you're questioning
and he got a goal.
If you are questioning Weir's best 22 eligibility, why the hell are we talking about this guy?
Oh, if he pops up again, I'm just going to tell him the stats. There was a rookie that got 18 touches and kicked a goal.
What about James Jordan, champ? Everyone wants to know how that play is.
I don't like the wing roll. Too much wing.
Too much wing.
Not enough inside mid for me.
And not enough.
He's out.
He's out.
And he's got the double bye, so I wanted the inside mid from him. I did not get that. He's out.
So this report says that he looked dangerous, champ. He's playing in the centre, but mostly lined up on the wing. That makes no sense. Taylor Adams and Mills obviously not playing. He might get more wing time though, which will hurt his scoring.
Yeah, so as I said, wing time for James Jordan. Didn't like it at all. Nothing else I really liked about that one, Matty. Tom Green just consolidated his spot in the team.
Oh yeah.
Well, not in my team.
He's a must get. He's a must get. It will be so many more teams.
Now let's talk about your favourite player in the world, besides Tom Mitchell, Cam Guthrie, getting injured in the first 7 seconds of the game. That didn't take you long to really make you look silly.
He just wanted to smell the grass, all right?
He didn't even smell the grass. He wasn't even out there long enough.
He went there.
Oh, my groin, or is it my leg, or is it my quad? Did he get my hammy?
Did he get one touch?
That kickoff. He got that kickoff.
One of the best. So first 7 seconds he gets the footy. So that's promising signs.
Points per minute will definitely be up there.
You say was it effective? I was at work.
It was an inside 50, so.
Oh, chat. Per minute. He's getting 6 points per minute.
Did you watch the replay?
No, I watched the replay.
It's
pretty funny. It was pretty. I never
doubt. What did you think? Did you think, oh fuck, I'm going to cop it now?
No, it's funny. It's great. Better now.
Now, are you upset that he got injured, or are you happy that this didn't happen to you round 1?
I'm upset he got injured because he is going to get 7 points per minute, according to the stats.
Per second, man.
Champ, Guthrie, he's cheap.
He got injured. He's old. I told you this before he got injured. And now
Champ, it's just unlucky. You can't predict.
unlucky.
You can't predict that thing. Like it just
you
happens.
can't predict an injury-prone player getting injured.
No, you can't. Not in the practice game in the first 7 seconds. Come on.
That's
funny.
good script writing, guys.
That's
the footy guards there.
That's the footy guys saying.
I wish it was round 1.
You wish it was round 1? Why? I wouldn't come back. I'd be too embarrassed.
That's all right. I'd be on the whole podcast laughing.
Yeah, I'll come back for it. Who else did you like in Geelong? Because Geelong looked... Did you like Jai Clark, Champ, in that manner? Did he even play?
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see Manor. Get him out. I don't think Jai Clark and Manor are in the best team.
I don't think so. I think Jai Clark will be. I don't think Manor's going to get a sniff. I hate everyone in that game. Williams didn't even play. Like Carlton is SuperCoach irrelevant in our opinion because he's got a bye in round 2. So no one really caught my eye there.
The most disposals. Now these were only 4 periods of 20 minutes. So these are a lot. It's almost equivalent to about 3/4. Newman had 21 touches. Cripps and Shearer had 19. Boyd had 16. Cunningham 15. Both the Hollands had 14. And there was McKay, McGovern, Akers and Doherty also on 14. No one really impressed. There was a lot of brawn in the midfield. Holmes and Myers got 18
Champ,
touches.
I'm falling asleep. All right, just fucking move on. Who gives a shit about
These
Geelong?
are touches in case people want to know, Matty.
Just put the stats up.
But we've got to read them out.
It's more graphics.
It's more graphics.
It's more work for George.
Hawkins kick 2.
Yeah. Champ, move on.
All right. Fine.
Lions versus the Suns. That's what we want to see. We already spoke about that one. So who else do we want to see? Is that it? There's got to be one more. There has to be.
Well, you're just flying through and not covering anything, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Jim, I think we're all done.
the CBAs for that game.
Oh, tell me that one.
Tom DeConing got 15. Patrick Cripps got 14. And George Hewitt got, Matty, your boy, Georgie Hewitt got 12. Doherty got 10, playing in the midfield. Chera 9. McKay, all these points. I don't want to say the CBAs of these guys. This is probably the worst. But Jai Clark did get 10 CBAs. We've got to talk about Toby Conway, because he looked like... Why are you laughing? Toby Conway.
We got to talk about Toby Conway.
I'm going to tell you right now, he's the cheapest ruckman that's probably going to get a game.
What about Naismith, Champ? He had a game.
He's not going to play round 1.
He could.
He could, but he's not. Yeah. Now, Toby Conway actually looks like maybe he's a round 1 prospect.
Yeah. Cool, Champ. That's cool.
180k.
What do you think, guys?
If he's, okay.
What do you think?
All right, let me just put it like this. If there is no people playing in the ruck and Toby Conway's the cheapest, would you consider getting him?
He's got more of a chance than Sweet playing. Like, yeah,
he does.
Maybe. That's it. He played 1 game. He averaged 46. Champ. Why am I looking up Conway's?
Because I think he's relevant.
Well, that's the wrap up, Champ. I've got a question for you before we wrap this up.
Haven't we talked about every game?
Every game.
Really? Wow. You really fucking flew with that. What about Hustwaite? We didn't even talk about Hustwaite or Hustwaite. Let's talk about Hustwaite because 100,
don't get trapped.
180. I know 180 is okay, and I don't like him. He's going to be like the Josh Ward of a couple of years ago. Matty, get off me.
Sorry.
We've lost the plot here. This is what happens when you just go for games, Matty, and you didn't watch half of it.
Champ, we don't want to talk about Hustwaite. People are going to get him. We're not saying it for a reason. Like, get sucked in.
Riley Sanders got 24 CBAs.
I told him he's a lock.
He's not going to get 24 CBAs again, though.
That's okay. He's still a lock.
Darcy got 21 CBAs.
Jordy, you're just bragging the time. Tell me one thing. Out of the...
Victoria got 34 touches.
I know that. Last week, 3 top players that weren't in contention in your team are now because of what happened last week.
Weren't in contention at all.
Yeah.
Everyone's been in contention. There's no one that's...
Top 3, Chap. Just realistically, for the argument's sake, just fucking answer the question.
Nick Martin.
Yeah, that's great. That's good.
Jack Steele.
Okay.
And Jacob Weir. No, what about you? Can't say anyone I've said.
Okay. Yeah, definitely Massimo.
Massimo, yeah, that's...
Massimo. Actually, I did say that he could be he was on the Muscats as a smoky. Yeah. But yeah, Massimo's climbed all the way up. Chap, Darcy Parish is really, for the money that he is, for what I'm saying.
About Darcy Parish again.
I think Darcy Parish, for me, Champ, you never were going to get 5, but obviously, you know, he's in your team now. You've had it in past.
Anyone gets 20 touches in a half, you have to consider them. Anyone. If Zach Reed he's already in your team, but if he gets 20 touches in a half, you're going to consider it.
No, but 5's okay. Well, that's why I was considering Guthrie, because he was burning up the track in...
He was in the state.
Well, yeah, mine's probably Massimo Parish and... I don't know, Champ. No one else has really changed.
I just want to let you know that Sweet had 19 hitouts and Soldo had 16 only. Wow. Makes you think.
Makes you really think what Sweet can do to Soldos.
Now, Matty, what game are you looking forward to the most this week out of all the practice games?
Tell me the game, I don't even know.
First up, Collingwood Richmond, Carlton Melbourne, Sydney Lions, GWS Gold Coast, Cats Dons, and Port Freo, which probably that one. Adelaide and Essendon. No, Adelaide and West Coast. I know what's wrong with me. Hawthorn and Dogs, Saints and
Hawthorn
Kangas.
and Dogs already just played each other.
Yeah, they're doing it again.
I like to see the Carlton though. I just want to see all the Melbourne boys, like the Windsors, the Billings, the Lauries, the Cheapies, because I want them.
But they're playing Carlton. They're so irrelevant this year. It's not even funny.
But I just want to see, because Carlton are going to be good in football.
In football?
In football on actual AFL this year. So I want to see that game, because I think it potentially could be a top 4 game. I
wouldn't mind a Doggies Hawks again. Get another look at the Coffields and the Hoostwaits.
And the Hoostwaits and the Mussamores.
And the Mussamores and the Sicilies
and
the
Sanders and Harmses. My least favourite would have to be probably Collingwood Richmond, even though, like, as far as Supercoach is relevant. I want to see Adelaide, because I want to see Crouchers and Lairds and Curtins and Reeds again. And I would never thought to say this, champ, but the Kangaroos games are going to be so fun to watch these days.
Champ, I got about 7 Kangaroos I want.
Champ, on that note, now we're talking stupid.
Yeah, we are talking stupid. Now, team reveal coming soon. After all these practice games, you're going to see how shit Matty's team is, how shit my team is, and you're going to compare your team. It's really disgusting when I see so many teams that are similar to mine. So I'm going to get some pods in there, and I'm going to go huge.
Champ,
I want to do something different this year. Whatever you guys are doing, I'm doing something different.
That's exactly. Champ, what did I say to you the last couple of
Tell
things?
me that business model.
Champ, you don't be successful by doing what everyone else does. You be successful with what they're not doing, and getting parishes within 3% of teams is what I'm going to be doing.
You're telling them all to get parish.
No, I'm not telling you. You're not going to do it. They don't have the balls.
Right. Thank you so much for watching out.
See you, everybody.
If you're new here, please subscribe and like. Guthrie's done a quad. Guthrie's done a quad. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Please, we've got to get to 2,000. We need to send that tuna.
We need that tuna.
Alright guys, lots of love. Check out the merch store.
See you guys.